Hey everybody, happy Sunday to you. Today's a big day. We're giving away our 1,300 subscriber giveaway. More on that later. And what are we giving away? Well, we'll show you today on Barber Dave's Shaves and Such. Hey everybody, welcome to our giveaway. It's a beautiful Sunday, and I hope everybody's doing well. We had 28 entrants into our contest, but you're going to have to wait to the end to see who the winner is. So let's go over what we're using today. What we're giving away, obviously, is the CV Helgestrand MK30. And I'm actually going to shave with it today. I want to test the edge before I send it off to our winner. And I do appreciate everybody getting into the contest. I thought we'd have a little bit more for a razor that is as rare as this, but that's okay. I mean, hey, less people in means more odds for you. And one lucky winner was able to get this. The brush we're using today is a Sorrentino, what I call the Pillars of Creation. It's got a black AMAC knot in it, or I don't know, it's got an AMAC knot in it. The soap for today, we're going kind of boozy gin. It's warm outside, so we're going to do that. And then we're going to go with Noble Otter Jack, and we're going to be doing that with the aftershave and everything else. So, good day so far. I hope everybody's having a nice Sunday. This is actually my Saturday number 1. Then I'll follow that with Barber Errand Day, Saturday number 2, and then my Sunday on Tuesday. Makes sense, doesn't it? Hey, before we get started, do me a favor. www.theshavingcadre.com. Please come and see us. We'd certainly appreciate it. And if you're in the contest, you should already be a member. Also, come and join us Tuesday nights, 6 p.m. Pacific, for Drinks and Daves. That's a live talk show between me and Nurse Dave. And this week is important because we're having referee and my partner, Chad Vargo, who is a professional referee. And we're going to talk all about the Final Four. So please join us for that. I think you'll enjoy it. And then finally, you see it all the time. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and more importantly, the more likes we get, the more channel exposure we get. And that's good for you because when we get to 1,500 subscribers, I'm going to give away my next giveaway. So please do that if you would be so kind. And as always, comment. I try to get back to all the comments as quickly as I can and as most as I can. And stick around for the whole shave, guys, because I'm going to give away that razor. And if the person gets a hold of me today on the Cadre via PM with their address information, I'll try to get it touched up, cleaned, and sent out tomorrow. So anyhow, now for anyone who wins this, I'm not going to tell you who, but whoever wins this, please understand that this is a 4/8 razor. It's like a little sports car. So if you're relatively new to straight razor shaving, take very special care. Plus, CV Helgestrands are known for their metal and their blades being very, 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 very stiff. So make sure that you're careful with your shave. It's an extremely maneuverable blade, and it is a kind of a hybrid square point, so make sure you're careful around any exposed pieces of flesh. But as is typical with the CV Helgestrands, just a blast to use. Also, make sure, again, whoever wins this, make sure that you have your angle of attack correct, because it is a much thinner blade. Also, with being so light, you can lose grip on this pretty easy. And again, if you're a newer straight razor shaver, I would probably recommend using a little bit of alum on your fingers. It does have a really nice thumb notch, though, that's jimped pretty good. Some people, again, have asked why I'm getting rid of it. One, I have a boatload of CV Helger strands. Two, as I've been mentioning lately, and great first pass, it does probably need a little bit of a touch-up. It's been stropped 25 and 50 on linen and leather. So I'm going to be doing a touch-up for you. Also, whoever wins this, when they do contact me via DM on the Shaving Cadre, let me know what type of beard you have, because I'll adjust the honing if need be. Now, I will say I'm not going to bottle cap this and re-hone it. Right now, it's got a Dilucut edge on it, so a dilution on a cuticule, and then it's got a black Arkansas Dilu-Arc finish on it. So it's in good shape. It just depends on your beard. And it being lightweight, heavy beards will have a little bit more difficulty with this. And of course, it will be cleaned and sanitized. Now, I cannot promise you that it'll come in the original box, because I do not have the original box. But I will have it in a razor container of some type. And the key is, with any CV Helger strand, just make sure that you have the razor in movement before you touch down. And have a nice consistent stroke and a light touch. Let the razor do the work for you. And of course, once you get the razor, it's yours. But if the edge does not meet your standards, you can call me, ship it back to me, and I'll bottle cap it and re-hone it. Or if you want to choose another honing person, that's fine too. I mean, it's your razor, and I don't take offense to it. I did indicate earlier about the lightness of touch. Now, this is such a light razor that you can put a little bit more pressure than you normally would, but just make sure that it's a nice, even pressure across the blade. The second pass was tremendous. This soap by Noble Otter is amazing because it's got a juniper, a pine, kind of a gin and tonic type feel to it. Unfortunately, I have ran out of Penhaligon's Juniper Sling, so I'll actually be using 2 aftershaves, one being the Noble Otter Jack, and then for a cologne or fragrance, I'll be using Connaught Clubman Reserve Gentleman Gin until I get my new procurement of Juniper Sling, which again is one of my favorites. And also the key to this razor too is make sure make sure that the lather is wetter than you would normally make it. Makes the blade a little bit easier. This razor also reacts very well to scything. So as you're coming up, you can move the blade to the side if you're comfortable with that. If you're not comfortable with that, do not do it, because this razor will guarantee you a trip to the emergency room. You know, people have joked with me about giving a soul and an emotion to an inanimate object. Well, I can tell you from experience that these razors have a history. And I also believe that any inanimate objects can imprint their history. So that's why I respect these razors, because they've got a lot of history to them. Now, when you're doing your fool's pass, if you decide to do a fool's pass with this razor, it's rounded. So be very careful, because if your finger slips and hits that point, again, you may be seeing Nurture Cratchit for some stitches. So what I usually do with this one is I'll come underneath it. You know, I would venture to say that I probably handle a straight razor, probably more than 99.9% of the people in the country. Maybe, barring another barber. And don't think that we don't make stupid mistakes. You can't see it anymore, but I don't know, I'll show it, but yeah, you probably can't see it. Right on the tip of that finger, well, actually, you can see the white where the Band-Aid was. I had finished shaving a client and was all good and dandy, and I got cocky, and when I was putting the razor in the barbicide, I flipped the razor pretty much backwards like this and set it in the barbicide. Well, as I was doing that, I grabbed it with, I think I grabbed it like, I don't know how I grabbed it, but the next thing I knew, I had a nice, about a 1/4-inch gash in my finger. And so immediately the alum powder comes out, and, so it happens. But like I said, I would rather cut myself than a client. And knock on wood, I've never done that. Okay, we'll do a little bit of cleanup, not a lot. And again, with this razor, just be careful when you're doing any buffing strokes. And I use the lather that's on the blade to do that, but if you're not comfortable with that, just re-lather your face. It's not that big of a deal. This razor is a little bit harder to flat blade because it is such a small razor. But you'll get used to it. Just practice. And you'll be fine. Well, we're just a couple of seconds, so minutes away from announcing our winner. And I wanted to shave with this razor because it'll be the last time as the new custodian will have this. And like I said, you will not find another CV Helgestrand with the Swedish Air Force logo on it. All right, let's see how we did. Missed the spot. There we go. Okay, so again, the CV Helgestrand MK30. Once again, I will clean, dry, probably oil the blade depending on where you're at, and touch this up just a tad. It doesn't need much, at least for my beard. So let me get cleaned up and we'll get started. Very smooth, very limited alum feedback at all, which is nice. As I said earlier, I was hoping to get a few more entrants, but that's okay. I mean, like I said, I do appreciate the people that did get in it, some new people and everything else. Just a beautiful shave. So that, depending on your skill level, take your time with that razor, and it'll give you a wonderful shave. But remember, it is a Swedish Helgestrand, and they've got personalities of their own. So be kind to it. For our witch hazel today, we're using our CBL Litsea Cubebe. Very lemony, and probably the strongest fragranced witch hazel that I've ever tried. It's just wonderful. Reminiscent a little bit of Thayer's Lemon, but better. But don't tell anybody. That's okay. Thayer's doesn't watch our videos anyway, because we've never gotten a nickel or a shirt or a promotional thing. So, but anyhow, who cares? Okay, the aftershave, as I mentioned earlier, will be Noble Otter Jack. Just a very nice splash. This one's a bit sweeter than the Gent's Gin, and I think that comes from the pine. But just wonderful, wonderful stuff. Our talc today will be, because we want the fragrance to come through, we're going to be using Clubman, as always. Well, not always, but hell, you know what I mean. And this is a lot of powder, so be prepared for a foggy day. Holy crap. See, I don't need a talc cannon. I can do that on my own. Jeez. Can you see me through the fog? Okay, that was stupid. I realized that. But it's Sunday. I'm happy. It's my weekend. My birthday was yesterday, and, you know, for 59 years old, I got to say, not too shabby. At least that's what I tell myself. Okay, and for, like I said, we're using this as a fragrance. It's an aftershave, but we're using Gent's Gin by Clubman Reserve. This has got a very boozy, but it's also like a lemon lime, almost a soda type thing. It feels carbonated, if that sounds weird, but it's a fun little thing. Okay, that's the shave, guys. So guess what? It's time to give away a razor. Again, I want to thank everybody who has subscribed, liked, and please continue to do so. We want to get to 1,500 so we can give something else away. So here I have it. There are 28 people that got into it. I did a random number generator, and I will actually, if I can post it, I'll post it. It'll come up in the screen of the actual program with the number I picked. So without further ado, the winner of our 1,300 giveaway and this beautiful CV Helgestrand MK30 is number 19. Dun, da, da, da. Everybody cheer. The Luxury Shaving Hobbyist. So congratulations. Very happy for you. So do me a favor, again, Luxury Shaving Hobbyist. Please DM or PM, whatever the hell you want to call it, on the Shaving Cadre with your address and your beard type, and we can discuss back and forth. If you get a hold of me today, I will try to get this out tomorrow. If not, it could be Tuesday or the following week. So anyhow, that's the giveaway, guys. The next big giveaway will be at 1,500 subscribers. We're well on our way. So once again, I certainly appreciate each and every one of you for supporting the channel. Make sure you support the other shaving channels. We're kind of a niche product, so we don't get the monstrous views like some of the other places do. But the more and more we support each other, the better it is for all of us. So that's it, folks, for our Sunday shave. I'm Barber Dave. This has been Barber Dave Shaves and Such, and I hope everybody has a blessed Sunday. And congratulations to the Luxury Shaving Hobbyist. Take care.